my name's Flynn and welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing my birthday book haul. It is actually almost a month since my birthday has passed. My birthday was on May 31st and I did get books, but the reason why I was kind of like putting off this book haul was because I am actually still waiting on a couple books for my birthday, but I felt like if I just kept waiting, this book haul would be kind of like weird because like it would be more than a month past my birthday and I didn't want to do that, so I guess I'll just include the books that I'm waiting for in my next book haul. Right now I'm actually just going to show you the books that I currently have from my birthday. Actually, I have a couple books that aren't from my birthday haul. These two I did not get for my birthday, but I am going to include them together, like I'm going to say them at the same time just because they are from the same series, and it is Falling Kingdoms and Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes. This is the first book in the Falling Kingdom series, and this is the third book. I got these both off Book Outlet, and you guys know I love Book Outlet because you can just get like a lot of cheap books there, especially hardcover books. Basically, I've been wanting to pick up the Falling Kingdom series for so long, and I saw that they had it in hardcover on Book Outlet for really cheap. So I bought this one first. And then I went on like not too long after, and I saw that they had the third book in hardcover for really cheap as well, so I decided to buy this one too. I haven't read them yet, and I don't want to start until I have the second book, Rebel Spring, in hardcover, so I've been like stalking the Book Outlet website to see when they'll get Rebel Spring. Not sure what these books are about. I know they're a really good high fantasy series. I've heard people say it's like a YA version of Game of Thrones. I'm not entirely sure how true that is, but I'm actually really excited to pick these up. The next book I have here is Meredith's Gift by Ian Mitchell Gill. My friend, he actually wrote this. He's an English teacher and he wrote this book. It recently just got published and he gave me a copy and he signed it for me, and I'm just really excited. I'm getting to this really soon. It's going to be one of my next reads just because I'm really proud that he finally wrote this book. It's going to be a series. I will link where you can get this book down below. I'm not sponsored to do this video or anything. Like, I'm not being paid, or he's not telling me to mention this book in my videos, but I'm just really proud of him. It's about 6 criminally gifted teens who are captured, and they are sent to this school where their abilities can be trained and put at use, and then the trainers find out that these teens are probably one of the most skilled people they've ever worked with, and then they start finding out things maybe aren't as they seem, and I'm so excited to read this book. The rest of the books I have here are now officially my birthday haul books. The first book I have here is Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley. I've heard so much about John Corey Whaley actually, but I've heard that his work is really good, and this is just the dust jacket of the book because I am actually currently reading this book right now. It is about a boy named Solomon who's agoraphobic, and he hasn't left the house in 3 years. We also follow a girl named Lisa who wants to be a psychologist, and she, in order to get into one of the best psychology schools, she needs to write an essay about an experience she's had with mental illness. She decides she's gonna help Solomon come over his agoraphobia, and that is what she's gonna write her essay about. The next book I have here is Summer Days and Summer Nights by Leigh Bardugo, Francesca Lee Block, Libba Bray, Cassandra Clare, Brady Colbert, Tim Federal, Lev Grossman, Nina LaCour, Stephanie Perkins, Veronica Ross, John Scovron, and Jennifer E. Smith, and it's edited by Stephanie Perkins. If you guys know, a while ago there was another book like this, an anthology of little short stories, also edited by Stephanie Perkins, called My True Love Gave to Me. My True Love Gave to Me was a winter anthology of little short stories, like holiday themed, and Summer Days and Summer Nights is a like summery themed one. I read My True Love Gave to Me back in January, I think. I don't quite remember, but I read it, and I read basically 90% of the short stories. I think I had like 2 left, but I could not finish them. Like the last 2, I just couldn't push myself to finish because it was just terrible. I really despised it. There were only like 2 or 3 short stories that I've read out of the ones in that book that I actually liked. And I know there were a lot of people who didn't like My True Love Gave to Me as well. Like, I read the reviews on Goodreads, and there were also a lot of people who didn't like it. But when I heard that Summer Days and Summer Nights were coming out at the beginning of the year, I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'll pick this book up. But then when it was closer to the release date, I read some of the reviews, and a lot of people put a lot of good reviews on this book. Like, there weren't as many bad reviews as there were for My True Love Gave to Me. I had to also pick this book up because Cassandra Clare has a short story in here. But on a side note, I love the covers they make for these books. Like, it has every single couple featured in the story, like, on it, and I just think it's so freaking adorable. I love these covers so much. The next book I have here is What We Saw by Erin Hertzler. This book I was not planning to pick up. It was something I was interested in, but it kind of like got pushed in the back of my mind, and I kind of forgot about it, so that was the reason why I wasn't going to pick it up. I was browsing on Book Outlet, as one does, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, I remember I wanted to pick up that book, so I bought it. I actually found out this book through the Booksplosion little book club. If you guys know the Booksplosion book club, you probably all do. But they read this a couple, like last month I believe, and that's how it like came to my knowledge that this book existed. I don't know too much about this book, but what I do know that it does have to do with sexual assault. I believe it has to do with rape. Something happened at the party and someone got raped or someone got sexually assaulted. Something happened, and I don't think even like the characters in the book are sure what happened. So it is a very dark topic, something that is definitely, most definitely not talked about in YA at all. The next book I have here is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I have heard so much about this book on BookTube. Like, so many people have read it. They're like, oh my god, it's like the cutest contemporary ever. And I saw it on Book Outlet, and I was like, you know, might as well buy it. It was really cheap, and I was like, okay. No idea what this book's about. I know it's a cute contemporary. A boy, a secret, a choice. My Life Next Door. So, there's a boy, obviously. There's a secret, and there's a choice. So, still don't know what it's about. I don't want to know because I want to go into it blind. I like doing that with contemporaries. But basically all I know is that this book's supposedly really, really good. So we'll see about that. The next book I have here is The Rose Society by Marie Lu. It is the second book in the Young Elites trilogy. I've recently read The Young Elite. I actually just picked up this book because I want to have it on hand for when I was ready to pick it up so I can just pick it up right after. I am planning to pick it up very soon. It is going to be one of my next reads just because I'm so like, I liked The Young Elite so much. Like, Marie Lu is bae, so I was already expecting to like The Young Elites, but the ending of The Young Elites just it's like I need to pick up the next book like right now. And I definitely want to read this very soon because I want to be ready for when the next book comes out, and I believe that's like in fall, so I still have a ton of time, but like I want to be ready for the next book so I can just like when it comes out I can pick it up right away. The last book I have here is November 9 by Colleen Hoover. Something I find weird about this title actually is that it's called November 9, not November 9th. I would think that because it revolves around a date, it'd be called November 9th, but it's called November 9. Like you know when you tell the date to someone, you're like, oh, it's the 21st today. You don't go, oh, it's the 21 today, because that'd be weird. So, I don't know. I just thought that was weird. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this. I recently picked up my first Colleen Hoover book, and that was Confess. I have a spoiler-free book review on it. I will link it down below for you guys. This was the Colleen Hoover book that I initially wanted to pick up first, but I read Confess first because I already owned it. So I knew that the next Colleen Hoover book I had to pick up was this one, and this one I think has an absolutely amazing premise. I know it's about a girl and a guy, and they meet on November 9th, and they both have to like leave like out of the country. Both of them are leaving, but every year they end up meeting on November 9th to see each other, and then I think the girl like finds out that the guy's like not what he seems to be, or he's like a shady character, something like that, and shit happens. Oh my god, you know what? I was just touching the book like this, and I opened like to a certain page, and I think I just spoiled myself for something. I don't know. I think I'm overreacting right now, but it kind of seemed obvious for what I just read, and I think I spoiled myself because I'm a genius, and I can't believe I just did that, so I'm kind of freaking out right now. That is my birthday book haul. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, these weren't all the books I got for my birthday. some other ones are still coming. I'm just going to include those in my next book haul then. As you guys know, I don't do a lot of book hauls on my channel just because they aren't my favorite video to do. I feel like so many people do book hauls on BookTube and they're really just like overrated in my opinion. Like, you know what? I'm not trying to be mean or anything right now, but I feel like so many people do book hauls because I know how many people love watching book hauls, because I love watching book hauls. Like, it's kind of weird. I love watching book hauls, but I'm not a big fan of making them myself. I try to keep my channel somewhat unique, so that's why I don't post a lot of book hauls, in case some of you guys are wondering. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next video. Goodbye!